Selwyn, we're a few days out from round one now. The list is looking pretty healthy. You must be feeling happy with the pre-season campaign?
Yeah, the pre-season's gone really well. At the end of last year, we reviewed our processes. We sat down, as we do at the end of year, and ensure that we're constantly looking to refine our program, evolve it and build on what we had in 2022 and in 2023. We've had a really successful pre-season, both in regards to what we've achieved on the field and then in the gym as well.
And Goody this week also confirmed that unfortunately Salem, Vines and Fritsch would miss round one. Do you mind talking us through the positive strides they're making in their rehab?
Yeah, so obviously Christian had the unfortunate circumstance of the thyroid issue, which compromised his ability to train for a little bit, but he's had a really great block of training, trained fully this week with the players in the lead up to round one, and the plan will be for him to train fully again next week to be available for selection. Then Bailey Fritsch has had a slightly modified 4 to 5 week period, but as well as had a really strong 3-week build of loads and integration with the team, and we'll be looking to integrate him into full training to be available for selection next week. Viney unfortunately had that incident at training a few weeks ago. He's progressed really well, integrated into a drill today, and the plan will be to get him back within the main group next week to be available for selection as well.
And now this year it seems that some players in particular have come back in peak physical condition, the likes of Petrarca, Oliver, Sparrow. Is it great to see the players taking it into their own hands, putting in those extra hard yards to be in that condition?
Yeah, I think the culture that we have in regards to the athletes understanding why we do what we do from a physical preparation and performance perspective, but then also how that can benefit them to play the style of football we want to play is really powerful. And then the constant education of the athletes of how they can do that within their own training program away from the group, I think then allows us to just have that trust that they are able to do it at a really high level, which then allows them to integrate into the start of pre-season fit, healthy and really ready to make the most of our skill-based conditioning, and then anything else that we feel will allow them to improve within their role within the team or within what they need for the position they play.
And then we've actually got some fans who have sent in some questions. First up, we've got one from Matthew. He's just wondering, with the season extended to 24 rounds this year, how will you manage that extra few rounds and making sure that players don't hit fatigue?
It comes back to how we reviewed the back end of 2022 and constantly looking for ways that we can improve our program. And the balance of an extra round is that we need to maintain an element of fitness across an extra round, but we also need to manage fatigue across that. And so we'll lean on the playing group to help inform us about how they're coping with that. But then we have some strategies around measuring fitness and fatigue across the season that will help to influence some of those decisions. Obviously, the schedule and game day turnarounds are constraints within that, and then that allows us to manipulate either individuals or the whole team's plan week to week.
And then next up from Bill, he's wondering, will there be any change of philosophy with respect to resting players this season?
That'll be an evolution as the season progresses. The thing that we want is we want to make sure that our players have cohesion, but also there is a benefit from maintaining consistency with training, consistency of intensity. So we want to make sure that if we're making any decisions around modifying athletes' game time or game loads, matches and even training, that it's going to provide a benefit for that athlete in the short term and the long term, rather than looking at resting as just a short-term fix.
And just lastly from Jess, with the substitute now being tactical, she's wondering how will that impact the side?
It's something that we've discussed that will probably evolve week to week, depending on the health of our list, on the opposition, and then how we're wanting to continuously look at our game plan and our game style. So it'll definitely be something that will evolve week to week, but it gives us greater flexibility to work with our list and our players that are available.
Well, thanks for the chat and good luck for the season.
Thank you.